everyone, welcome back to my tutorial. So in this tutorial we're going to learn how to make that peplum blouse that has a symmetric neckline that we display on this video. So before we do that, we have to work with our already drafted basic body. For those that are new to this channel, I've done a video on how to draft this particular basic body. You need to watch that first before you can understand what is happening on this particular video. So I'll try my possible best to link it to this video. So check on the description section, you will see the link to the basic body. So now that we have gotten this, like I said, we are going to modify this basic body now to get that blouse. So the first thing that you have to take note of when you are doing this is that your basic body has to be on fold. When you are doing this type of work, it has to be on fold. So now we are going to input our bust dart so that our side seam will correspond with that of the back. So I'm going to input our bust dart. Now the bust dart we are working with is 2 inches. From the bust point line, I'm taking 2 inches. So that's it. Now I'm going to connect it to my bust point. Now connecting it to this point. This is our dart, our bust dart. So the next thing also we are going to do work on is our under bust line. We have to work on it to tighten it. So on this my under bust, I'm going to take that of 1.5 inches. So I'm taking the dart now of 1.5 inches now, including the one that is already there. So I'm taking it from the dart intake. I'm taking it from my nipple to nipple line. So 1.5 inch dart now. So I'm going to connect it to this my 1 inch now. This way. I will also connect this one also. This my 1 inch here. This way. So I will also connect it to this my bust point line. I will connect this one also. Sorry, my rule have shifted. So this is the dart now. But when you look at this dart now, there are lots of pointedness. There is pointedness here, here, and here. So we have to blend it now using our curve ruler. We use our curve ruler to blend every sharp point. So we blend from here this way, then here also we try to blend here also. So we are done with here. So we are going to blend here also. We are going to blend here also. Okay, I'm done blending it now. So the next thing that we're going to do now is to cut out this. But before I cut out this, I'll try to fold in my dart. This my dart. I'll try to fold it in my dart leg this way. So now you can see that there is difference on it, so I have to blend it. I blend it to the waistline, chest line. So I'll blend it. I'll try to blend it to the chest line. If you don't do it, you will be having shortage at that point. So now that I'm done blending it, so I'm going to cut out this body. So I'll cut it out from here. Okay, I'm going to cut this bust out now, but first I'm going to cut open one side of this my chest waist that I'll be able to cut this out now. Okay, this is what I have now. So here I'll cut through here. Then I'll cut here to the bust point line so that I can be able to align it, but don't cut everything out. I'll move it to this side and move it this way. So you see the difference I have now. I have the difference. You can even decide to cut from the up and bring it down. It's still the same thing. So when I moved it up now, you can see the difference I'm getting. About that leg I've shifted with about, let's say, quarter of an inch. So I have to add it up now. Okay, this is what we have now. I've cut it up and closed it. I've also used my masking tape to hold it down. So this is what I have now. I've transferred the 2 inches that's here now to my waistline here. So the next thing I'm going to do now to get that particular design of that blouse on this is my right hand side here now. I'm going to come down by 3 inches from my princess dart. From my princess dart, I'm coming down by 3 inches. That's here. So, and this is my center front. This line here is my center front. So I'm going to connect these 3 inches to this my bust point line. That's here. This is my bust point line. I'm going to connect it here at this center front here now with my curve ruler. So I'll use my curve ruler this way to my 3 inches. You have to make sure that it's aligning very well. This is my bust point center front. So, and this is the 3 inches. So I'm taking it from here to here. So then at this my shoulder armhole here, these 3 inches here before I started my princess dart, I'm going to get the mid, which should be 1.5 inch. 1.5 inches, that is here. So I'm connecting it from this point to this point also. So I'll use my curve. I want it to be very curvy here. I use my curve ruler. This way. Then I will continue with this. This way. So this is what I have now. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to blend here. I want it to be curvy, look pointed. So this is it now. So I'm going to cut out this my yoke now. I'm going to cut it out. So I'm going to cut my shoulder slope first. In my shoulder slope. And also the neckline, I'm cutting it out. Remember, don't forget when you are doing this, don't forget to put your fabrics on fold. For you to be able to get this, you must put your fabrics on fold. Okay, now I'm going to cut out this yoke now. So here's my yoke. Remember, I stop at this center front. I'll come to this side and cut this side also. I'll keep this aside. So I have to finish up the cutting of this princess that's here. I have to finish it up. Up this one also. So this is what I have for the front now, and this also. This is what I have. So I have to also cut out this small portion here to complete my princess that's here. Okay, this is my front pattern now. I hope you are seeing it very well. I'm trying to adjust the camera so that you can see it very well. This is that the continuation of our princess that. So this is it. So now I'm going to use this now to cut out our fabric. And the fabrics, I'm not going to cut it in fold, but this we did together with this. I'm cutting these two together. Then that means I'm going to gum it back with my masking tape. So then this one I will cut it separate, I will cut this separate, and I will cut this separate. But these two will go together. I will join it back with masking tape. Then remember when we were drafting this, we added our side seam allowance. Now we are going to add our inseam allowance of half inches. Even this also will add half inch round. We'll add half inch this way, half inch this way, and this way. And also I will add half inch this way when I'm cutting on my fabrics now. Okay, now to the back pattern, we have to input our zip allowance now. But before we do that, we have to eliminate that bulge that always shows at the center back when we are making our clothes. So I have to, at this my waistline now, I have to come in by 1 inch. I'm taking 1 inch. If you're a small size, you can go with half an inch, but it's the plus size, so I'm taking 1 inch. This 1 inch, I'll connect it to my chest line now. with this 1 inch we have taken here now, this our back pattern have reduced with 1 inch, so we are going to add it up on this our allowance side. Now the 1 inch that we are removed here, we are going to add it up on this our allowance side. Here I will add 1 inch here now, then I will connect it this way from this chest point to the 1 inch. I hope you are following me. So we have the one we removed here, we have added it up here. So now back to our zipper allowance. I'm using a zipper allowance of 2 inches. So I'm starting, my measurement will start from this point, from this 1 inch here. Now this is where I'll start. I'm using 2 inches for my zipper allowance. So this is my 2 inches point. So on this my chest line, I'm taking 2 inches also. On my neckline, I'm taking 2 inches also. So now I'm going to connect it. It will be a little bit, if you have a little bit curve, it will not be straight. Our zip allowance will not be straight again because of that 1 inch. So here now, I'm going to connect it this way. Like I said, it's going to have a little bit of curvedness here. Have you seen the way it's looking? Then I will connect the 2 lines together. So I will also connect the neckline. This is our zipper allowance. Now you can see the curvedness here. You see it? So now we are done with the back pattern. So we are going to start cutting it out now. We are cutting our back pattern now. I hope you are following it. Please, if you are a new viewer, please subscribe to the channel, like it, and don't forget to share the video. If you are an old subscriber, thank you for subscribing. So cutting through from this additional 1 inch here now to my chest line, then I'll continue with my armhole. So sorry about that. So this is my back basic body. Now this that I'm not going to cut it, I'm sewing it to this point. I just illustrated this for you. I'm not using this, I'm just using just this. I'll just sew it to this chest line. So this is how our back pattern what it look like, and I'm going to cut 2 of these when I'm cutting my fabrics. Okay, I'm trying to join these together. If you are stopping by for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and share this video. If you're an old subscriber, thank you for subscribing, and also don't forget to share this video to your friends. I'm trying to join this because I'm going to cut it this way. So this is what we arrive at now, and this now brings us to the end of this particular tutorial on how to cut this. So our next tutorial is going to be on how to sew it. Thanks for watching till the end. Bye.